and welcome to Prime News. Now look at the headlines. Parrikar Government moves to strengthen Vigilance Department, raises staff strength by 31. CM reiterates government's demand for separate cadre. Higher secondaries in urban Goa almost full, but ample seats available in government or higher secondaries in rural areas. Cut-off touches 85%. Navy to complete maintenance work of Daboli runway in 3 phases. Runway to be open without restriction in 2 phases for 8 hours in 3rd phase. Oil spill menace back on Goan beaches. Prime tourist beaches in North and South Goa witness black tar. Tourists complain of unhygienic ambience. And India's fastest swimmer Talasha Prabhu overcomes injury problem. Looks set to qualify for Glasgow Commonwealth Games. And now the news in detail. In a move to strengthen the Vigilance Department, Parrikar-led government has raised the strength of department by another 24 while filling up of 7 vacant posts. State Cabinet held a meeting on Wednesday. SIT 2 will be strengthened. While interacting with the media, Chief Minister Parrikar also reiterated long pending demand of separate cadre for Goa. The proposal will be placed before the Modi government.
Vigilanceच्यो अनेक गजाली स्लो आसपाचे कारण जिथे कमी आशिल्लो स्टाफ त्यामुळे 24 new posts are created and 7 posts which were never filled since very long time, more than 5 years, have been revived. So 31 additional posts are given to vigilance and anti-corruption so that corruption level also comes down, and vigilance inquiries which take very long time, creating harassment actually more than the punishment, also are taken care, so that cases which are pending for 8 years, 10 years can be speeded up. So with this creation, and within a 1 month I have directed them to fill it. So by July we will see that full scale vigilance department will be functional. We are going ahead. The news is that our decision to form a cadre remains. Asa, definitely. I am finding shortage of officers, good officers, and shortage of officers also. The workload has increased in last 10 years in a different style. What I said that I don't have to write letters now. I can go and get things done. त्यामुळे परत पत्रा कोणाक बरयता जे लोक करिना तांकां रेकॉर्ड दवरपाक पत्रां करता हांव आतां करून घेतलो मे इट विल टेक सम टायम लेट द गव्हर्मेंट टेक इट्स रूट्स properly. Unwanted money which was given by the earlier government will be refunded back to the central government because those projects are non-viable, or those projects are now for example, one matter which is coming up immediately is Institute of Hotel Management being constructed at Farmagudi. The central government currently says it should be 25% reservation to the state. The amount sanctioned is only 12 crores. We are asking for after task force meeting, whatever the changes we need, we will be asking for those changes, because there is a dilemma that with 25% why should we spend all the money, because the actual cost will be 30-40 crores. I am going on 31st or 1st to Delhi. I am meeting Srimati Smriti Irani and demanding that our age-old demands be kept up. The rest, let them decide how to. One of them is NIT, but NIT with a problem, तो another director असेल ताका पोटली उखलची.
The higher secondaries in urban Goa are almost full. There are about 18,000 seats in the state for higher secondary studies. Around 15,000 students have cleared SSC exam. And in spite of this huge difference, the higher secondaries in cities are full, whereas ample of seats are available in government or higher secondaries situated in rural areas. The cutoff in each city school is almost 85%.
There are about 18,000 seats for higher secondary education in the state. 15,119 students have cleared SSC exams this year. But still, students are queuing up for admissions. Students want to secure their higher education in reputed private higher secondaries in cities like Mapsa, Panji, Madgaon, but the seats are already full. Availability of seat is more as compared to the students, but the pressure is more on higher secondary schools in the cities. Most of the higher secondaries have kept their cutoff between 70 to 85%. However, on the other side, there are seats available in government and higher secondaries in rural areas. St. Xavier's Higher Secondary at Mapsa has displayed board at the entrance saying admissions are full. There are total 800 seats. For science, the cutoff was 80%, seats 300, commerce 70%, seats 200, arts 60%, seats 150, and there are 150 seats for vocational stream. Situation is same in Don Bosco at Panji. 50 students are kept in waiting list in every stream. Science cutoff was 80%, seats 45, commerce 77%, seats 45, and arts 70%, seats 45. Now have a look at the People's Higher Secondary School. Here also it is admissions full. Science cutoff was 75%, commerce 70%, and arts 50%. Admissions are full in newly opened Hedgewar Higher Secondary School for commerce. However, there is less response for arts. Seats for arts are full in Dempes. 220 seats for science. First, the cutoff for science in Dempes was 75%. Later, it was reduced to 72%. In Madgaon, cutoff for Damodar Higher Secondary is 80%, whereas online admission for Chogule Higher Secondary has just begun. Students prefer higher secondaries than village or government higher secondaries. But the fact is, city higher secondaries are unable to accommodate all. Bureau Report, Prudent.
A bit of relief for tourism industry in the state as Navy has decided to complete maintenance work of Daboli Airport runway in 3 phases. In first 2 phases from October to January, runway will be open without any restrictions, but the length to be used would be short. In the third phase from February to May, the runway would be open for 8 hours, that is from 6 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon. Earlier, Navy had proposed to close runway for 16 hours during peak tourist season.
उसमें फर्स्ट फेज़ अक्टूबर टू नवंबर होगा. उसी पीरियड में जो ऑपरेशन 24 आवर्स रहेगा. देयर विल नॉट बी एनी चेंजेस इन ऑपरेशन. मतलब नो रिस्ट्रिक्शन 24 आवर्स मिलेंगे. ओनली जो रनवे लेंथ विल बी थोड़ा कम मिलेगा. द रनवे विल लेंथ बिकम लेस. सिमिलरली सेकेंड फेज आल्सो 24 आवर्स ऑपरेशन. देयर विल नॉट बी एनी watch hour restriction. All the flights can come 24 hours. So most of our chartered operations, 70% of the chartered operations will be completed. So it is very good news for Goa tourism, Goa industries, tourism industry. Third phase, that is starting from February to May. During that period there will be a watch hour restriction of 8 hours. So morning 6 to 2 o'clock the operations will be there, and airport authority and this airlines operator committee, they will be confirming tomorrow 10 o'clock. This hours 6 to 2, 8 hours operation. We are discussed and they are asked the confirmation from EI as well as the airlines operator committee. So this is the phase of operation. Third phase of the operation, that runway maintenance, आपको full length of the runway available होगा. जो first phase and second phase में runway length थोड़ा कम हो जाएगा.
During the meeting, the Airport Authority of India also discussed about the oncoming tourist season and the arrival of chartered flights at this newly refurbished airport terminal. The Goa airport receives more than 1,000 chartered flights annually, which account to almost 90% of Indian flights in that segment. Dishant Parab for Prudent.
It's time for a short break. Stay tuned.